If your neighbour lit a fire that burnt down your house, would you pay out of your own pocket to rebuild it? Me neither. When it comes to the climate emergency, that's what's happening. When homes, lives, and livelihoods are destroyed by disasters like hurricanes, droughts, and floods, the rich countries that caused the climate crisis are refusing to stump up enough cash for those affected to rebuild and recover. At COP29, the UN climate talks this year, countries around the world will be agreeing a new climate finance goal. That's what we call the money that rich countries agree to pay to lower income countries so they can prepare for and respond to the impacts of climate change. Rich countries promised $100 billion in climate finance between 2020 and 2025. This is a drop in the ocean, and wealthy nations haven't even met this goal. In reality, lower income countries will need trillions of dollars every year to deal with the impacts of the climate emergency. So here's what you need to know about why COP29 matters for debt. Firstly, wealthy countries aren't doing anything like enough to pay their climate debt. This is the debt that they owe to lower income countries for their role in creating the climate crisis. Rich countries like the UK have a historic responsibility for creating the climate crisis and should pay for it. But they're refusing to commit anything like enough money, forcing countries experiencing the worst impacts of the climate crisis, like Zambia, Pakistan, and many Caribbean countries, even deeper into debt. But it's not just about the how much, it's also about the how. The second reason these talks matter for the debt crisis is because poor quality climate finance also adds to debt levels. Right now, over 70% of climate finance provided by rich countries is given in the form of loans. This means that climate finance currently adds to debt levels. Many of these loans come with interest attached, draining even more resources out of countries who are already being financially punished for the impacts of the climate crisis. It's absolutely vital that a new climate finance goal provides money to lower income countries as grants, not loans. We need a climate finance goal at COP29 that provides lower income countries with the money they so urgently need to respond to the climate crisis. A fair goal that rules out more loans will ensure that these countries are no longer pushed deeper into debt to respond to a climate emergency that is not of their making. It's time for rich countries to pay up, to pay the climate debt they owe to lower income countries.